Good day everyone, I am Rosamund Vidor.
I am Princess Dayan P. Labajo.
I am Florme Binong Flores.
And in this video presentation, we are going to discuss
The basic computer operation.
Have you ever wondered what is going on inside a computer machine? Today, we will be discussing the 4 basic operations of a computer system.
We have the input unit, processing, storage, and the output unit. Let's start with the input.
As smart as computers are, they still need input from humans to provide data to process and to tell their messages.
Computer today accept input from a variety of devices such as keyboard, mouse, scanners, microphones, and webcams.
Do you know which part is considered as the brain of the computer? That is CPU, or the Central Processing Unit. Processing is done inside a computer in an area called the Central Processing Unit, or CPU. Processing is the conversion of input to output. The Central Processing Unit, or CPU, is a principal part of any digital computer system, generally composed of main memory control unit and arithmetic logic unit. In modern computers, the CPU is contained in an integrated circuit chip called the microprocessor. Being the brain of the computer, the CPU is where the processes such as calculating, sorting, and searching takes place whatever is done in our computer, such as checking emails, playing games, and doing homework. It is the CPU that processes the data we use under the Central Processing Unit. These are the control unit is the processor component that directs and coordinates most of the computer's operations.
The control unit has a role much like a traffic police. It determines which instruction is executed next and interprets each instruction issued by a program and initiates the appropriate action to carry out the instructions. The arithmetic and logic unit, or all IOS, where the CPU performs the arithmetic and the logic operation every test that your computer carries out is completed here. Even typing into a word processor involves adding binary digits to the file and then calculating which pixel on the screen should change so that you can see the characters. Comparison operations involve comparing one data item with another to determine whether the first item is more significant or equal to or less than the other item. For example, the arithmetic part deals with calculation, like 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, and the logic part which deals with any logical comparison, like 2 is greater than 1.
The clock speed.
That is measured by hertz. It is measured in cycles per second, and 1 cycle per second is known as 1 hertz. This means that a CPU with a clock speed of 2 GHz can carry out 1,000 million or 2 billion cycles per second. For example, the latest Intel Core i5 processor that we use today come in multiple speed ranging from 1.9 GHz to 4 GHz. That is considered really fast.
Just remember, the higher the clock speed, the CPU has the faster it can process instructions. Next, we have the cores. A CPU is traditionally made up of processors with a single core. A CPU with 2 cores, called a dual-core processor, is like having 2 processors in one. A dual-core processor can fetch and execute 2 instructions simultaneously. It takes a single-core processor to execute just 1 instruction. A quad-core processor has 4 cores and can carry out even more instructions in the same period.
Cache. This is a tiny block of memory built right into the processor. This is used to store often used data or instructions. The bigger the cache is, the more quickly commonly used instructions and data can be brought into processors and used.
The memory unit consists of the RAM, or random access memory, sometimes referred to as a primary or main memory, unlike a hard drive or secondary memory. This memory is fast and directly accessible by the CPU. RAM is also super fast and temporary data storage space that the computer needs to access right now or in the next few moments. RAM temporarily stores data and goes away when the power is on.
Example, the web browsers in which you are reading a blog or an article and the data those applications work with because of its volatility. RAM can store permanent data. RAM can be compared to a person's short-term memory and a hard disk drive to a person's long-term memory.
Output unit. This is the process of producing useful information or result. The user, such as a printed report or a visual display. It is display or output of resource after it has been processed. Output is the exact opposite of the input. The output is the function that allows a computer to display information from the system for the user. This can be accomplished through the monitor, printer, and speaker. The mouse and the keyboard are examples of the inputs which you use to enter data into the computer. The CPU is the processing unit that applies the changes you make to the documents. The printer is the output unit through which you obtain the result of the data you made earlier to the computer. Then, the storage is where you save it on your hard disk drive for future use.